And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You look at the Heat, they love where they stand right now, first place. And of course the Hawks, they're a ways down in the standings.
I think for the Heat, many of us experts earmarked them as favorites this season. And you know what? They have not disappointed thus far.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Adebayo and Ware together inside. Ja Morant is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Beasley in at the small forward position. And for the Hawks, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Then there's Yakatonis. Then it's Zachary Risache. And it's Mullins in at shooting guard. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable.
To the wing on the left. Back to Risache. Pass to Johnson. And there's the screen. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. All right, Coach, let's talk about Onyeka Okongwu. What an agile player for his size.
Yeah, B.A., no question. And on both ends, too. Plus, the guy gets up in the air and then reaches out over 7 feet in wingspan. His speed at his size can be a huge advantage. Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Miami with the ball. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Now here's Alexander Walker. What a tremendous game he played against Boston. Just 4 to shoot. Adebayo from long range. He buries it from 3.
Well, clearly Adebayo's feeling very confident firing out there from the perimeter.
Outside Risache. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. This one for 3. The rebound by Ware. Now here's Morant. His scoring sits at around 31 a game. An impressive number. Here's Mullins, hounded by Morant. Out left to the wing. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Down low. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We got to talking about what do you do defensively against Ja Morant, and Coach said staying on top of him isn't easy, so our focus is on shutting down the lanes and not giving him the openings to attack. We want to make Morant force the issue. Putting Morant in tight spots is the name of the game here. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Risache, a real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Beasley outside. Back to Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Yakachonis. Here's Mullins. Outside Rizachet. Johnson for three. Connects from downtown. Johnson's got 7 points.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring offense.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, that's a textbook move by Johnson. Once he sets the pick, he hustles into scoring position.
Morant with it. Outside, Alexander Walker. Rebounded by the Hawks. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
They failed to create enough good looks. The ball movement just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
So it's Miami now. They trail by 3. Now Morant. And he also played a big role in their last game with Boston. Where? No good with the triple. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Johnson a screen on Adebayo. Here's Rizachet. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, great look for Rizachet. Close in, gets it done.
Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. And here's Beasley. 11 points for him last game against the Celtics in Boston.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
To the left side wing. Three-pointer Yakachonis. He drops it from range.
The big story thus far and how well they've shot the rock.
Here's Morant. Beasley outside. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Johnson.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Yakachonis. It's tipped. Now here's Adebayo. Guarded closely. Outside, Alexander Walker. Beasley for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Mullins. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Heat trail by 6. Pass to Beasley. Back to Alexander Walker. Counted from distance.
Well, the defense wasn't really bothered by the screen, but he still managed to convert.
Here's Yakachonis. Pounded by Morant. And that one is stuffed right through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Stretching the floor makes all the difference. Let's see which teams do the best job of it. Number 1, the Heat.
Having the shooters they have, the best three-point shooting team in the league, it opens up the whole court by stretching the defense out.
Pass to Ware from outside the arc. Rebound Atlanta. The Heat beat them last time when those two met in Miami.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Now here's Rizachet. Coming off a 31-point game against Brooklyn.
And he didn't just put up big points. He beat everyone to the boards. That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Inside. Here's Mullins. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got 4 rebounds in the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. Hawks on D. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
Pass to Iacochonis. Johnson a screen on Morant. Shot from 12. That's short off the rim. And it's Morant with the ball for the Miami Heat. And it's blocked.
Well, how about those long arms on the 6'8" Ricochet, allowing him to get a hand on the ball?
Here's Mullins. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Three-corner Iacochonis drains the triple. Iacochonis has got 8 points.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Now here's Morant. Beasley outside. Puts up a 3. Ricochet with some nice D.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the Heat with some changes. Caruso comes in for Beasley. Larson comes in for Alexander Walker. Morant with it. Pass to Larson. Over Ricochet. And again, no good by Miami. Atlanta leading by 8. Good ball movement here by Atlanta.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Well, from outside.
Well, this is what makes him a complete two-way player. Great defense there from Bam Adebayo.
Outside Morant. Outside Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Outside for Morant. And there's the drive. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
That's Ja Morant understanding his job. He knew exactly where the clock was.
Okongwu, a screen on Morant. And there's the rejection. And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach will challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Heat trail by 8. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back to you guys.
High praise. Allie, thank you. And so it's Atlanta with it, following the three-point basket by Miami. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
1:19 left in the first. Morant, the pass to Adebayo. Caruso outside. Here's Larson. And again, it's Miami from deep.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Atlanta leading by 4. Okongwu, a screen on Morant from the arc. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 7 rebounds in the game. Caruso outside. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Newell, pounded by Morant. And here's Okongwu for 3. The rebound by Ware. Heat trail by 4. Right side Adebayo. Pass to Ware. Caruso outside. Got it off in time. And that's not going to go. Jalen Johnson. He's been the guy making things happen for the Atlanta Hawks. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Aaron Gordon is out there with Zeke Naji. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Sanders in at the point guard position. Here's Larson, and here's Gordon from the arc. The rebound by Krejci.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it. And a look now at Atlanta's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then Friday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
And for that game against Chicago, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Here's Sanders. And there's a pick. Driving inside. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Pass to Jovic. Launches a 3. Rebound Miami. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Now here's Kispert. He's scoreless. And that one's good. Jovic. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Sanders. Caruso outside. Here's Sanders. The rebound by Krejci.
Well, we talk about the value of great rim protection. That's a shot he typically makes.
To the paint. Here's Kispert, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight.
Here's Larson. He takes it in. There's the block. Three-pointer Kispert. Drills it from deep. Pittsburgh's got 5 points.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Pass to Caruso. To stop the run. Here he goes. And he lays it in.
Look at how Caruso holds nothing back when he cuts his way to a bucket.
The Hawks lead by 7. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Heat making a change here. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for him.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Jovic. Launches it. Buries it from 3. And the Hawks lead by 10.
Sharing the ball has become an emphasis for Jovic, and he's increased his assist total.
Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Oh, deflected. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Jovic for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Morant looking for an opening. Beasley for 3. Newell pulls it in.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Heat trail by 10. Alexander Walker, the pass to Morant. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
And Atlanta with possession here. Miami making their last shot. Here's Mullins, covered by Alexander Walker. Pass to Newell. Blocked! Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Outside, Alexander Walker. To the inside. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connect. It can. Now here's Johnson. He's got 11. Pass to Mullins. To the middle. Jaka Jonas, this shot is good. Jaka Jonas has got 10.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Out to Beasley. Here's the 3. Newell pulls it in.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Outside Johnson. Over Gordon. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. And it's a 10-point Atlanta lead.
Well, every season, Johnson seems to take another leap. What a big night for him. You have to be excited about this guy's future.
Here's Jovic. And he lays it in off the breakaway. And the Hawks lead by 12.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Screen by Gordon. And the layup is good off the glass. Gordon's got his first points of the night.
Fighting to the hoop. Gordon taking blows, but finished the play. Wow.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Risacher comes in for Jovic. Miami also changing it up. Ware's checked in for Najee. And Bam Adebayo is subbed in for Gordon. Now here's Risacher. Knocks down the triple. Risacher's got his second basket.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Here's Morant. 9 points in the game. Beasley outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. There's the triple. Gets the three ball to go. Give him 8 points now.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Jonas' shot is good.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Now Morant. His scoring sits at around 31 a game, an impressive number. Outside, Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. Beasley for 3. Jonas grabs the board.
Some of it's good defense and some of it's just poor shot selection. Either way, he's being shut out.
And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Jonas. 11 points for him last game against Brooklyn. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy. And the Hawks lead by 15.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Alexander Walker. Shot blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Beasley for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Beasley's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Hawks lead by 12. Outside Johnson. Okongwu, a screen on Beasley. Here's Risacher. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
He's finally started to settle down here in the second quarter. Just needed to work up a sweat.
Out to Beasley. The 3 is up. Good. And the setup by Morant. Beasley's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Johnson on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Johnson's got 16 points.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
The drive by Morant. Over to the left wing. Adebayo from long range. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Mullins. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Here's Jonas. Pounded by Morant. Shot clock at 5. Johnson for 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got 9 rebounds now. Morant with it. Now Okongwu defending. Now here's Ware. He's covered closely. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Atlanta leading by 14. To the inside. Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Okay, wow. Okongwu, unreal.
And here's Morant. 9 points in the game. Outside, Alexander Walker fires the 3. Beasley misses.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Mullins, covered by Alexander Walker. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. The 3 from Risacher. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Ware. Outside, Alexander Walker. Adebayo, a screen on Okongwu. Inside to get back on track. And the big finish by Adebayo.
Yeah, he's adding a little spice on that finish. I didn't know Bam had that in him.
The Hawks lead by 14. Outside Risacher, and stolen by Beasley. Left side, Alexander Walker. Outside Morant. Back to Ware. Three-pointer. Fires in the triple.
Unselfish play by Morant. He's all for finding the available perimeter shooter.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Risacher. Let's go with a three. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Outside Adebayo. Ware, the screen. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk. We're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
You never know how long it will take for a rookie to adjust to the NBA game, but these guys have figured it out quickly.
Yeah, it's been a smooth start to the season for them. Look, we all know there are going to be bumps in the road as the other teams adjust. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Hawks.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Johnson.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
The Hawks lead by 11. Risacher at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Then there's Okongwu, then there's Yakatonis, and it's Mullins in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Now here's Risacher. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Now here's Morant, tightly guarded. Now here's Alexander Walker. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, when I was coaching, this guy was a nightmare. It was hard to game plan for him. His quickness causes major issues.
And Morant drops them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Risacher. From downtown, drops in the 3. Risacher's got 10.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Risache's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attacks like this.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Miami Heat said Coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, we got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you, B.A.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Johnson. 16 points for him. To the paint. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
Morant with it. He's got 11. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Beasley. From the high post, Ware with the clock winding down, and he jams it home with authority.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here.
Well, the defense has to know Okongwu isn't going to back off. He's ready to get physical inside.
Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one's no good.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this out.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Beasley. There's a screen. Down low. Here's Alexander Walker. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Alexander Walker's got 11.
Well, Morant knows his teammates rely on him to find them. Terrific pass right there.
Pass to Yakatonis. Johnson a screen on Morant. Here's Yakatonis. It's deflected. Up top, Ware. And here's Adebayo. Ware, the screen. Adebayo with it. Now Okongwu defending. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, it's not easy being a 6'9" center in the NBA. But Bam holds his own fine with most of the 7-footers out there.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Hawks lead by 11. Pass to Johnson. Outside Risache. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Now here's Alexander Walker. Tight defense on him. Count it.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Outside Risache. Pass to Yakatonis. Fires the 3. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Now here's Morant. The D's right on him. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Pass to Risache. Now here's Okongwu. Blocked! Beasley outside. To the inside. And there's a 3-second violation. And a quick look at the teams who repeatedly get the job done from the line. Number 1, the Heat.
This squad will punish you every time you let them get to the line. It's something they've worked on as a team, and now they're reaping the rewards.
Pass to Mullins. Outside Johnson. There's the double team with Alexander Walker. Johnson a screen on Moran. On the wing, Risacher. 4 on the clock. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And you see how dangerous Risacher can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Beasley outside. Pass to Ware. Adebayo a screen on Okongwu. Ware in the post, guarded by Okongwu, and it's Ware missing. Beasley against Johnson. Here's Mullins, the 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so Moran will bring it up for Miami. They trail by 18. Out to Beasley. Fires for 3. Outside Moran. Ware the screen. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Well, with Okongwu, we see this more and more now. His ability to take over at times offensively.
Here's Adebayo following the score by Atlanta. Ware the screen. Jacks up with 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Yakichonis. Here's Mullins. The 3. Pure from 3-point range. Mullins has got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
The kick out to Adebayo. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Pass to Yakichonis. Fires from deep. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Heat trail by 21. Here's Moran. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. In your career, Stan, you coach contending teams, as well as teams that have little but no expectations.
Yeah, B.A., give me the contending teams. Give me the talent and the expectations and pressure that goes with it. Listen, coaches just want as much chance to succeed as they can have. And when you've got the best players, you've got the best chance to win. And the pressure that goes with it is a lot easier than struggling night in and night out.
They grab their own miss. Miami moving it around. And here's Caruso outside. And again, no good by Miami. The Hawks lead by 19. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Yakichonis.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
And the Heat making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Pass to Beasley. Outside Adebayo. And here's Caruso outside. Rebound Atlanta. They swipe it. Outside Alexander Walker. Intercepted. Now here's Caruso. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Beasley. The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta. Beasley's got 9.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to getting the looks you need.
Atlanta making some changes. Newell comes in for Okongwu, and it's Jovic in for Johnson. And Miami with a change here too. Gordon's checked in, and out of bounds. The Heat will take it.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Heat trail by 16. Here's Adebayo. Adebayo with the slam.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Yakachonis.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
For Miami, they've gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Caruso outside. And here's Gordon from the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
When Gordon is connecting from deep, everything else becomes easier for both him and this offense.
Pass to Jovic. Adebayo with a steal. Outside, Alexander Walker. Beasley for 3. Knocks down the long K. 12 points for him.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And it's now only a 5-point Hawks lead.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Hey, expanding his range. And there's Caruso. That one's good. On the assist by Beasley. Beasley's got assist number 5 here tonight. And the Hawks shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. To the paint. Adebayo with a steal. Outside, Alexander Walker. For the tie with the drive. And here's Caruso outside. The rebound by Atlanta.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
1:24 left in the third quarter. Kispert outside to end the drought. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Out to Beasley. Pass to Gordon. Stolen. Here's Jovic, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's Newell. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
Just in this quarter, he's turned it over 3 times. Not sure what's going on with him.
And the Heat with some changes. Najee, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Larson comes in for Beasley. And it's Ja Morant in for Alexander Walker. 35 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Here's Morant. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul. Outside Johnson. Pass to Kispert to stop the drought. Sends it home from three-point land. Kispert's got 8.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Hawks on top, up by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter, they've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Alex Caruso. Zeke Naji out there with Ja Morant. And it's Larson in at the 2. Here's Johnson following the three-point basket by Miami. Kispert outside. Pass to Jovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get one up here. Offline with a 3.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
And here's Caruso. Shoots over Johnson. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, obviously, the defense was unprepared for Johnson's drive, so he's able to draw a foul.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Gordon can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Naji. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Out to the wing. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Outside Morant. Out to Gordon. Back to Morant. Pass to Caruso. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Kispert, right side. Back to Johnson. Here's Jovic. From deep. Knocks it down from distance. And now a 7-point Atlanta lead.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Outside Morant. Pass to Larson. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Johnson.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Naji. And so Morant will bring it up for Miami. 7-point differential. Out to Gordon. 3-pointer. And no good. The Hawks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And Atlanta making a change here. Okongwu's checked in. Ware's checked in for Miami. Heat trail by 7. Here's Morant to the right side. Here's Larson, defended by Kispert. Back to Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. They still need this. Morant. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's. Kispert, left side. Pass to Johnson. call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, that's 4 turnovers for him on the game. Giving away possessions will not endear him to his coaching staff.
So for Miami, Adebayo's checked in for Gordon. Beasley comes in for Caruso. And it's Alexander Walker in for Larson. Now here's Morant. Beasley for 3. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 6th assist of the night.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Mullins. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-pointer. And the Hawks lead by 7.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Beasley misses.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Outside Rizachet. Pass to Yakachonis. Back to Rizachet. Picked up by Okongwu. 4-3. And the Hawks with another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Heat trail by 10. Here's Morant. Circus shot, John Morant.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Inside. Outside Rizachet. Back to Johnson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Khalil Ware.
And look, with Jalen Johnson, the talent's always been there, the versatility. But what he's really worked on is the consistency with his shooting and taking care of the ball.
The Heat have gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. Now Morant. Pass to Adebayo. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
The Hawks lead by 9. Three-pointer Yakachonis. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 15 here tonight. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Ware, the screen. Goes up with the stripe. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
The shot by Yakachonis, no good.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Here's Adebayo. Atlanta with the rebound. On the wing, Rizachet. He's guarded by Beasley. Outside Rizachet. Pass to Okongwu. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer Yakachonis. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Left side, Morant. Beasley outside. Back to Ware. Shoots over Okongwu. And that one hits the back iron.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
Pass to Yakachonis. And here's Okongwu. Here's Yakachonis. There's the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Heat trail by 13. Left side, Morant. Outside, Alexander Walker. Takes it inside. That is now his... Seventh field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Yakachonis.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, Adebayo. Alexander Walker, the pass to Morant. And Morant laces the triple.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Here's Yakachonis. Okongwu, a screen on Beasley. Here's Risache. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
Yeah, Risache is already advanced with the ball in his hand. He knows how to pick up that whistle.
It's both from the stripe. Heat trail by 7. Left side, Morant. Outside, Alexander Walker. Adebayo sets a screen. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for the Heat, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. The Hawks lead by 5. Here's Yakachonis. Okongwu outside. Here's Johnson. Clock at 6. And the basket is good.
He's been so effective down the stretch, capitalizing on all his opportunities.
Defensive foul.
Heat trail by 8. Now here's Alexander Walker. Outside Beasley. Outside Morant. Clock at 4. Ooh, it doesn't go.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Miami has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Outside, Alexander Walker. Beasley! 19-footer is good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Out of bounds. It'll be Heat ball.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Heat. They trail by 6. Outside Adebayo. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Yakuchonis, pounded by Morant. Book it!
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
So it's Miami now. The Hawks getting their last shot to go.
Yeah, with the game on the line. Adebayo wants the ball, and he delivers.
Atlanta leading by 6. Risache with the ball. Now Johnson. Kongwu, a screen on Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Beasley pulls it down. And it's Miami's ball. Now where? It's stolen by Johnson. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson a screen on Morant. Here's Johnson. Blocked!
Just looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
The triple drops.
Well, he's such a willing and effective passer. That's a good find by Adebayo there.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Showing great confidence from the line. That makes this a 2-possession game.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So the first one drops. And that increases the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. They're behind by 6. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Takes a 3. Buries it from outside.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
To tie it up. It's money from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense. He's going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And here's Morant. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Then there's Yakuchonis. Then it's Zachary Risache. And it's Mullins in at the 2. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Risache with the ball. Picked up by Ware.
Well, in that 2-player action, I really like Okongwu as the pick man. He moves really well.
Left side, Alexander Walker. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Johnson fires. The 3 is off. Heat leading by 3. Outside Morant. Adebayo outside. 6 to shoot. Ooh, it misses. And the Hawks shooting a fantastic 57%. Johnson outside. Picked up by Okongwu. Take it away. On the wing, Alexander Walker. And he makes a first.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. It's a 5-point game. About 2 minutes into OT now. It's been a good one. Johnson a screen on Beasley. The 11-footer. Oh, the shot is off. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field as OT gets going. It's stolen. Here's Mullins. Deflects the pass. Bucket! Straight in!
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 3-point lead. Overtime basketball, folks. If you're just tuning in, we're just over 2.5 minutes in. Yes! Using that window!
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Okongwu, a screen on Beasley. And the 3 misses.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Risache up top, counted by Adebayo. The putback. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
I love the effort from Okongwu here, taking ownership of an important possession.
Now over 3.5 minutes through this overtime period. Outside Morant. Now Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Now Adebayo. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Hawks trail by 3. Now here's Risache.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Outside Beasley. Can't hit it.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. From downtown, Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. Now Okongwu to take the lead. Knocks down the trifecta.
And they do have a foul to give if needed.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And they go to the intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What's the best strategy for him?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
He launches. So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out for the W. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And B.A., I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And now, time for our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.